Hi there, this is Ellie Alasantra, and you are watching the video that is highlighting my Oracle card deck called Starlight Wisdom Cards, Navigating the New Earth. What I want to share with you is how you can work with these cards. So it's almost like next steps. Like, okay, I have the guidebook, I have the deck of cards. How do I work with them? So the first thing you can do is after you open up the cards and you separate the cards of the guidebook, just open up the cards and go. It's almost like studying each one, learning more about them. So look at them individually. Look at each page. Take your time. Look at the title in each card. Look at the affirmation in each card. Look at the symbol. Look, you don't have to look at it the same way. You can always tilt it upside down. Some people like to look at it at an angle because it seems to kind of appeal to them more. Whatever feels best to you and whatever feels good to you, that's what you're guided to do. But basically, you just want to spend some time with the deck, one card after another, looking at it, kind of feeling into it. Do you like it? Does it feel good to you? You can also pay attention to individual body signs. So you may feel a rush of heat, like a little mini heat wave. What do we call them? Hot flash. You may feel a little hot flash. You may feel a cold flash. You may feel some tingling in a different part of your body, including your fingertips or your toes. So pay attention and be aware of any bodily reactions you have to looking at the cards. You may feel a sensation in your head. If you're familiar with the chakra system, you know that there are 7 major body centers of energy called chakras in our body. And it's the rainbow going off the bottom of your roots is red, goes up to orange, yellow, green, blue for throat chakra, indigo, dark navy, and purple at the top. And so those 7 energy centers, which there are cards like the heart chakra is represented by Nurture the Love Within. Oneness is the crown. Grounded and Rooted is the root chakra. So there are 7 cards, and it mentions to you that it is for a particular chakra. So you may feel certain sensations, and I can't describe what they're going to feel like because everybody's different. Your body will react to certain cards a different way than a family member or friend. So it's just to be aware. And if you want, if there's a particular card that you look at it and you're like, oh, I feel a fluttering in my heart, or I really like this card for some reason, just put it aside, make a little pile. If you want to, at the back of the guidebook, flip to it, there's some note pages, so you can definitely write down whatever you want. There's like 6 pages of just blanks that you can take notes in for whatever you want to do, just an option. Like I said, just go through each card, take your time. There's no rush. If you need to stop and start throughout the day, week, month, whatever, like I said, do what's best for you. We all understand that, there's a million things going on in the world. So when you are in a good space, when you're content and happy and feel good moment, pleasant, you'll know when you're not stressed. It's like the opposite. You're like very chill. Then that's maybe time to look at a card or 2. And so when you're done the cards and you have maybe your stack or your one, however many you have in that pile where the cards have resonated with you, you've had some kind of reaction, you can work with them further, or you can just put them back on the deck and say, hey, I'm going to treat all cards equally. I'm not going to give any special treatment to any of the cards. You can do that too, whatever you want to do. But the main thing is to spend time with them, to really look at the way they're made. And sometimes they all learn differently. I know I learned I'm very visual, so I like to actually see it, or I can close my eyes and I can see it in my mind's eye, which is actually how these cards came to be from me meditating and just drawing what I saw. So when you look at the cards, look at them as different designs. You don't have to look at them face up. Like I said, you can tilt them upside down at an angle, however, because sometimes they kind of look a little cooler, like 3 dimensions, if you put them at an angle. You may want to take your finger or with your eyes, trace the outlines, trace the colors, trace the design, kind of familiarize yourself with the symbol on the card. So it's almost like studying, you're back in school, you're studying them, but you're really playing with them in a fun way. So how do you know when you're done looking at the card? When you close your eyes and you can see that symbol in your mind's eye, you've worked with them. You've worked with that card and you're like, okay, next. And so take your time. Like I said, some people like to make copies of them and then color them or add more color to them. Some people like to take their journal out, especially some that might have resonated with them, and draw that on their pad of paper or in their journal and then color it themselves. So it's whatever way you feel you're called to do, go with that way. You don't have to listen to my suggestions. Like I said, they're just suggestions. And that's why I call this a guidebook. It's just guiding you. It's just giving you suggestions. So you know what's best for you. So I urge you and I encourage you to listen to your heart, listen to your soul, listen to your intuition, and, listen to your gut reactions, because usually like 99.9999%, they're spot on. Your first reaction is usually your best one. Because what happens is, if you're in tuned, the first reaction you get is your heart and your soul. You're feeling into it. And then you stop and you start thinking about it. You're like, well, wait a minute, maybe it's not that, maybe it's this. That's a sign that your brain is kicking in. So your brain you're thinking about it. You're analyzing it. You're asking, well, what if? Oh, I don't understand why this is. What do these blue and green colors mean? Why does it look weird? How come I like it better upside down? That's unimportant. Don't worry about it. Just stay in the flow. And that's probably a sign you need to take a break. Because when you start asking yourself questions, you start thinking about the cards, thinking about, well, what does it mean if I take forgive yourself? And then I mix it in with surrender and let it be. They have the same colors. Does that mean that they mean the same things? That means your brain you're thinking about it too much, and that you're not feeling into the cards. You're not really looking at them and playing with them. You're working, you're not playing. And so that's your sign. Time for a break. Put them away, pick them up another day, later, however it works. Just, that in that moment, it's time for you to take a break. So that's the best way to become accustomed and getting used to working with the cards. You're introducing the energies of the cards, the lights in the cards, introduces themselves to you, to your energy and your light. Because yes, everyone is light. There's no darkness here. These cards are of the light. The messages are of light. They're from the messages I have downloaded and channel written, come from Jesus. They come from Mother Mary. They come from universes and multiverses where they have no names. It's all higher dimensions, higher frequencies. Some people talk about 5 dimensions. The earth plane material world is labeled as a 3-dimensional world. Outside of that, once you start getting into the spiritual and esoteric realms and worlds, it elevates up to the 5th dimension. Some people go way higher. I've heard 12th dimension, 33rd dimension. Anyway, it's a lot higher than the 3rd dimension that we're in. And it's just to show you that there's so much more out there than what we can see and touch in the world. There's energy. Remember, I don't know if you ever had science class where I learned energy in, I think it was like middle school science class. My teacher said, okay, everyone knows how to do this. Put your hands together. It was a smack them, but I don't want to make too much loud. So you put your hands together and you rub. Sometimes you want to put your hands together, smack and rub. And wait until you feel warmth. It's getting warmer. When you feel that it's at a warmth period, you stop for a second, pull your fingers apart, maybe 1 to 2 inches. And I can feel tingling in my fingers and my palms. And then you stop and you push your hands together equally, and you feel resistance. I don't know how else to explain it to you. That's energy. I can feel it's very strong right in here. Very, like it's pushing against me, like opposite sides of a magnet. This shows you that this is energy. You can't see it, but you can feel it. So this is showing you life beyond the physical, just by doing this little energy experiment. And I still feel it. It's still very strong here. But I remember doing this in middle school, and I was like, how cool is that? There's something you can't see, but it's there. It's really there. And that just kind of ties in together with life beyond the physical world. Open up the spiritual world, open up the esoteric world, the cosmic worlds, the multiverses are out there. So this just kind of shows you that, yes, there is more in the physical world. And by using these cards enable you, because everyone is a light worker. Because you have this deck, you are a light worker. Never forget that. You are a light worker. You are filled with light. Everyone is filled with light. We're here for a common purpose. We are together. We're all connected on some levels to some degree. Everyone is. So by working with the cards, by playing with the cards, enjoying the time with the cards, picking a card up randomly. I have a couple of different decks on my table. I have maybe 5 or 6 decks. And randomly, I just go and I'll just pick, take a deck and just open it up and say, what's my card for today? And there it is, compassion. So it might mean that that particular day, today, I will show more compassion. I will be aware of being more compassionate to myself and towards others. And that's all I really do. I help myself by tapping into the ancient wisdom, knowledge, and information that we all have within us. We just have to put aside and quiet our monkey brains that are always thinking and analyzing, and just be open to receiving messages from that little space where we can't define it, that those energy fields are alive and well, and they're all around us. Do you have any questions? Please, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Ellie Alasantra. You can message me. If you haven't received an email from me, you can reach out to me from my website, or you can email me and get in contact with me. Any way I can help you or shed some light on anything, feel free. Please reach out to me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to be of service, to help bridge the gap between the tangible and the intangible, the 3D world and beyond. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be posting more videos soon. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.